My name is Onno Theelen. I'm from Holland and I make ceramics. I'm a sculptor and I use animals as the main theme of my sculptures. I originally trained as a woodworker and began my career in construction, working on building sites before eventually turning to art. I briefly studied fine art at Maastricht University, but decided to leave and pursue my own path. A real turning point came during an internship with artist Caroline Smith, where I first encountered ceramic material that quickly became central to my work. Last year I was approached by the team at the Purmerends Museum, who invited me to develop my first solo exhibition, which will open on the 17th of April 2026. I've always been attracted to animals and I've always been interested by them. I remember as a kid winning the quiz, the big nature quiz. I had to get all the answers right and I won a set of binoculars, so I was the happiest kid on earth. But it's really never gone away. I just enjoy thinking about animals and looking at their behavior. I choose these protagonists to challenge myself with beasts that are less expressive. Like I want an emotional crocodile. I want one that's crying to the moon, and that's something you never portray with a croc, but I like it when it's doing something strange. It makes you think, you know, it's the protagonist of an emotional scene, but it's just a big, hungry reptile. I really enjoy when people look at my work and it makes them smile, it makes them laugh, or it's a scary object sometimes. But then it makes them think about what's going on, about the scene. For instance, I am focusing on scenes that are based on Roman emperors. You know, it's not funny what they did. They were tyrants. Every single one of them was crazy in a different way. But it is funny to put them in a position that's just a little satirical. Like Nero with the frogs. I think it's funny to put him on the spot. Someone like Julius Caesar, he wouldn't enjoy being portrayed with a bird on his head. It's an indirect way to address a couple of things in the world right now. We're dealing with our nice own little selection of tyrants, and it's reflective of what's going on. Not that long ago I started really practicing a lot on the wheel, the pottery wheel. And I base a lot of my sculptures on something that I first thrown on the wheel. And it's something that's become an intricate part of my work. I like how that creates volume and height really quickly. And often I don't even get enough time to really plan ahead. So my work turns into a big digression, often. So I get distracted. I start on something like a nice cup, but it turns into the head of a pig. It's me not keeping up with my mind and getting distracted. Sometimes it's rubbish. Sometimes it doesn't turn into anything good and I have to chuck it. But it's the way I work. It's often in retrospect that I see what I've done. And it's fun, it's exciting, it's scary, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm a student of ceramics still and developing new things, and it's a treat for me to discover what it's going to be.